Hi everyone, welcome back to Starland GP of Light. My name is Tabetha and I am a galactic channel and ley line healer. I hope you all had an amazing holiday and are ready for a juicy 2024. So this week's energy report is showing us as a collective stepping into our Starseed mission. This is in its early stages, so I want to keep that in mind. And if we're comparing it to our life cycles as a human, we are in our teen stage. I talk about this quite often as this is our creator energy. This is where a sacred rebellion lives and thrives. It is where we access our creator centers. Last year was a lot of healing of the lower chakra systems. So, our root, our sacral chakras, and our solar plexus, too. So, this year we are cultivating that healing and we are teaming up with our ley line supporters, the trees. We are opening up the space to allow more grounding energy to really flow through the body. And as we channel that divine inner teenager, she or he is able to feel safe in their skin and external environment to be able to really harness that energy that we're talking about and really bring forward change. So all of that work from prior years is really starting to pay off. So the trees work as a networking system to assist the ley lines in bringing us aligned experiences. And these experiences are teachers, right? These teachers can be seen as both positive and negative experiences, but are later transmuted into more positive experiences as we begin to understand their purpose. For example, a core wounding could be something like shame or low self-worth, and the trees have assisted the ley lines in sending you the experiences that you've needed in order to learn that core wounding carried into this lifetime. This is the teacher. And we have been working through this core healing and understanding intensely for the past 3 years as a collective. Even though we've been accumulating these experiences our whole life, right? The trees are a sacred protector of our lands and together create a network of protection over the ley line healing that we are doing individually and collectively. So they mirror our own sacred connection that we have with our other souls on the planet and the ways that we protect Gaia ourselves. As we continue to heal these core wounds, the trees are receiving the message, right? That that it is time to move forward with the experiences that are aligned with your highest timeline. So this is working on a collective scale as we begin to purge out any outdated systems of justice. There's that justice system again. We release a deeply seated collective paradigm of victimhood and allow ourselves the freedom from the imprisonment that is our inverted system of justice. This is also accompanying what is being called a time capsule by the Lemurian elders, who I channeled this from. So within it lie the songs of true self-love. This is a trinity of what was shown to me as wheat, sands, and ley lines. Within the song of our own self-love, we allow ourselves to experience the abundance of who we are without prosecution. Our surrender is like the sands of time, allowing ourselves to slow down. We know that the world that we see before us isn't one that is collectively awakened, but we must remember that the process is moving like the sands of time. Each grain contains another timeline, right? And experiences, or another timeline and experience, but they are all falling into place, altering into absolute divine perfection. The ley lines are representative of trust and spirit to bring us exactly what is needed as individuals and collectively. Trust in spirit has been one of our biggest obstacles. It has been deeply seated within our grids. Now, the trust in spirit is now deeply seated within our grids. Just to clarify, it is a reminder to us all that during our hardest moments to channel our beloved spirit animal, the jellyfish, to help us contract only long enough to feel what is needed and then to expand. What the ley lines are bringing forward are acting as a treatment for the core woundings that we spoke about, such as the shame and the low self-worth. These are old energies that have existed for lifetimes or generationally. And any experiences in this one were for the treatment of that specific seed of separation from self-love and source God. Knowing this, we can allow jellyfish to come in and support the healing of these woundings as the ley lines bring forward and through the information that is needed to really integrate that treatment. The Lemurians are working with us directly to support this healing. And it will come forward naturally. So nothing needs to be rushed or forced. And it's like the Trinity that we had mentioned prior, and carries the energy of the sands. So all we need to do is slow down and witness ourselves and allow things to occur naturally. It's kind of like that energy that we were in during COVID with the quarantine. We needed to slow down. Well, that's more of this energy this year. The elementals brought forward a message about seeding in healing any blocked meridians that can be accessed through the jaw. And these are directly associated with anything that has created habits of leaving the body, or in other words, not feeling safe within the body and mentally checking out. Working with the elements and this technology is creating space to heal feelings of separation from source and feelings of lovelessness. This is the work that I am doing directly with Spirit and can support you with if you need it. So my link in my bio provides my booking information for releasing this dense energy to support you in the new year. Right? So any negative energy that has existed on this planet that the Lemurian elders are calling tasters are beings that have taken over and drink from what was shown to me as an inverted version of the Holy Grail. And so the chalice, which is the shape of, this curvature, is representative of the divine feminine, and the cup is filled with an abundance of sexual energy. And so these tasters are in a state of always tasting because they are unable to source this true essence for themselves. And this has been going on forever, right? They are cut off from source and receive that replenishment from the collective, from, you, me, whoever, especially when we're checked out. So they have planted seeds of scarcity in order to accomplish the harvesting of the sexual energy. This is coming to an end. I see this year. This is starting to come to an end. And the seekers of joy, which is people like us, will be sending them into a rehab of sorts where they can seek source again. And the supportive energy of the Lemurians are helping set this in motion. As we begin to lift this out of the planet, we will start seeing more soul contracts that aren't seated necessarily in learning the lessons of scarcity, but seated in the experience of joy. So remember that trinity of the wheat and the sands of time and the collective shadow really coming to the surface through the ley lines, and knowing that we need to trust in spirit. And so that is all that I have for this year. And I skipped last week because I knew I was going to do a whole year-long energy report before the 1st. And so I hope this sits well with you all, and that you all have a very nourishing 2024, and that you are very gentle with yourselves and ultra compassionate, and really harness the energy of the jellyfish as the ley lines start to bring up these experiences where we really start to contract, that we allow ourselves to understand the treatment that is being administered to us, that we can heal what is going on within, and so we can start to expand. So that is it for this week, and I'm sending you all so much love and joy. Bye.